What's up, guys? My name is Mir, and today I'm gonna be explaining all the best fruits for grinding in the first C, the top 10. So number 10 is Bomb. So Bomb is an actual Blox fruit that costs $80,000. If you want to buy it permanently, you need 220 robots. It's kinda good for the first C, but I will put it in the top 10. And you guys might be saying, why is Blade not in 10? Because I know Blade is a bad fruit. Bomb is better for PvP and not better for grinding, but this is only about grinding. So, Blade has to know better than Bomb. So, as I was saying, Bomb has some low mastery requirements. It needs like 120 or 125 to fully master it. It's 125, yeah. And then Bomb is a natural, so no elemental abilities. Now let's get into the moves. The Z move is called Targeted Bomb. Targeted Bomb is a move that you can aim when you hold it. When you hold it, you see like an orange ball, which if you put it on a player, no, not a player. If you put it somewhere, it explodes. But if you put it on a player, if you manage to aim it on a player or close to a player and explode it, they take a lot of damage. Bomb Grab. It's a good move for combos. It's not too good for traveling. This move grabs your opponent and explodes them. Okay, now Explosive Jump. It's useful to avoid moves that can't go high, like the V of Ice and other stuff. Just other random things. If somebody tries to left click you, you can easily tap the move and then dodge it. Then, it also sometimes damages, but let's just go on the other ones. Next is the Landmines. The Landmines is the best move in my opinion. The Landmines can only be seen by the person who made the landmines. So, the landmines is the best move, but if the player is not stepping on the ground while you're using the landmines, it's basically kind of useless unless they mistakenly step on it. Okay, next is Self-Destruct. Probably the worst move of this full fruit, and it's literally the V. Really high damage, but it takes away like 50% of your health. So that's number 9. Not number 9, 10. Guys. Okay, guys, so the next is number 9, the Blade Fruit. The Blade Fruit is also a natural type fruit, but it has some functions which makes it good. I'll go over the moves really quickly. It costs $30,000 if you want to just have it normally, but it needs like 100 if it's permanent. But let's get into the moves really quickly. Ignoring that, let's go to the moves. Not that. Okay. the first move is called Razor Cyclone. Razor Cyclone is just basically what its name is. It's a Razor Cyclone. It can be used to move, and it's not a bad move. It's good. The next move is called the Saw Shredder. It has decent range, really good damage. Like, its damage is insane. And transport, it's not bad. Turbine Flight, it's great for transport. But the good one is Blade Dance. Blade Dance is really insane. But it's a close range move. But it does insane damage. Like, it's really close range, and like, you can't use, can you even use it in the sky? Okay, but the good thing about this fruit is blades. I know, blade is good. It has one of the best left clicks in the game, honestly. The left click is super easy to aim, and the left click does just, it's the best for grinding, honestly. Like, nothing can hit you. Another really good thing is that this fruit has an elemental type. I mean, not elemental, really, not everything. You're not immune to everything, but you are immune to sword NPCs. Like in this little video, you guys can see this sword can't beat them up. So, even if NPC has hockey, they can't hit you. But one bad thing, bosses that have swords with hockey or without hockey can hit you. And that's just normal, since, I mean, Blade would kind of be a little better. A little too OP. So, you are immune to sword attacks. But you have to be higher level than them. So, that's number 9. It's Blade or Chop. Okay. So, now it's number 8, the Dark Fruit. The Dark Fruit is an uncommon elemental fruit. It costs 950 for perm, 500k normal. Nobody really cares about that right now. But this fruit can be awakened. So, dark is not too bad of a fruit. Dark has an awakening. It costs 14,500 fragments. So, dark, since this is the first C only, I'm going with dark on awakened moves. So, on awakened moves, dark rocks. So basically, you take like rocks from the floor and then you shoot it at your opponent if you're aiming at them. The next one is going to be Black Spiral. It's not bad. It has a good stun and high range. You basically hold down a move, and then it creates like a thunder, like a spiral, tornado. Then it's a black hole, which is basically a move that creates a black hole. It's good for AoE and some good stuns. Dark Bomb has a really high stun. You throw a big dark ball at him, and then it explodes. So, Only the black hole is not used for sky, for like the air. Then you can be immune to these guys, but if they have like hockey on, then you're not immune, and bosses you're also not immune. So basically that's for every elemental fruit that's gonna be in this video. So I don't need to explain it anymore. What the heck is that photo? Ooh, that actually is pretty cool. So that's number 8. Now let's move on to... Okay, so number 7 is the sand fruit. The sand fruit is an elemental fruit, which I don't even need to explain it. You guys can just see it. It's not bad for PvP. It's a good fruit for grinding. It also has an awakening. So, elemental immunity, you already know that. Sand dissolve. You will take a lot more damage in water than normal. The moves. No. Desert Sword is basically a move that you can hold down and it creates a sword, like in a straight line. So, that's not a bad move, but it's just, I think it's like a floor move and a line attack. Desert Funeral. Okay. Desert Funeral is where I'll get to the good stuff. Desert Funeral is an OP move. I'm not gonna brag. Desert Funeral, super OP. You trap the guys inside a sand ball and then they explode and take damage. Next one, Sand Tornado. Really bad. I mean, it has some good combo potential and it breaks observation, but it's just not the best. Heavy Sand. It's the best one, honestly. Shoot a sand wave at them, creates purple lightning, explodes, just good. And Sand Flight, it's very slow, but it still is a flight move. So that's number 7. Wow, you just look like... What, Renaissance? Okay, let's get to number 6. Number 6, Smoke. Smoke is an elemental fruit. But you didn't know that I'll put this higher than sand. You actually didn't know, guys. It's not good for PvP, but it's actually really good for grinding. Elemental, just basically it's a Lodia. So next, get to the moves. The Z move, Smoke Slam. Really good. Bright Instinct. Really good move. Like, it's really good for a close range move. Like, this fruit is good for common. Next one is Smoke Liberation. Really good stun. Very quickly startup time. Great AoE. Just what's on the wiki, basically. Next, Smoke Blast. Smoke Blast, just a long range move, would just barrages them. Just easily good. Good for grinding, really good. And it stuns them for a little bit of time. The F move, Smoke Bomber. You just fly as a bomber and just drop bombs on them. Just like smoke little like blobs. So I have nothing else to explain about the smoke. So guys, the next one is the Flame Fruit. The Flame Fruit is an uncommon elemental type fruit. It has an awakening. Elemental immunity, you already know that. The Z move. Fire Bullets. It's a long range move. It's a line attack, but it's good, really good for damage. Burning Blast. It has good AoE and it's good for damage, but it's not like too rangy, right? Then we have Fire Column. It basically just creates a tornado with good AoE. It's basically a fire version of a tornado, but it does some decent damage. Flame Destroyer. You literally make a sun and throw it at your opponents. How sick is that? And it does high damage and breaks observation and long range as well. High AoE as well. Fire Flight. It's good for mobility, but it's not too fast, but it's good. It's good, man. So that's number 5 done. Number 4. Number 4, Sound. Sound is a legendary fruit. It doesn't have an awakening, but it has a tempo meter. So basically what a tempo meter can do and how it can be filled. So a tempo meter can be filled by doing damage with a sound fruit or by just flying around with a flight of a sound fruit. The tempo meter literally, it's maxed and nearby allies gain a shield and you actually lose damage. Like damage by anybody increases damage, decreases damage, and it increases speed by 50%. Like, it's insane. Now, Z, Rhapsody Notes. So Rhapsody Notes is a move that almost has no knockback. It does like a small amount of knockback, but not too much. It can be used 3 times at once. Like, and then it's on cooldown. The next one is the X move, Fortissimo. It does good damage and it does do some good knockback, but it's a good move. Now, ignoring this move, which is insane, Tempo Fortissimo. Great mobility, great speed, refills tempo meter, and just increases the speed when you're at low health. Basically. Glorious Harmony. Huge AoE, high damage, just insane, just high stuns, and just you could just escape combos. Next is the Symphonic Radiance. Creates a disco ball and literally does some music while the enemies are getting shot by the music. So basically you're having a music party. So let's move on to the top 3. So guys, we're at the top 3 and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So number 3 is the Ice Fruit. It's an uncommon elemental fruit. Again. Yeah, I know. Again. It has an awakening. It has an elemental thing. You can also walk on water with this, which makes it insane for long range. Which is just super good. And it has an icy trident that can hit just people. It's like the light fruit. So the light fruit has like a trident. So this, you have to click and then you can use the trident for damage. Just keep spam clicking. This is how I grind. This is how I grind. And it has elemental immunity. Now, the Z move called Ice Spears. It has high range and good damage. And it sometimes stuns, but not too many times. Ice Surge. Shoots them back. Does loads of damage. It's not too bad. But remember, The Ice Spears is a good move. All of these moves are good. Iceberg launches a little bird at the enemy and it stuns them, which has really big range. The V, Glacial Epoch. It has a large area of effects, which is AoE. It can be used on the floor, and it freezes the enemy. So, overall, really good food for grinding. So, let's get on to number 2. Beautiful. So, number 2 is the Buddha fruit. It's a beast fruit, and it's legendary. It has an awakening. It gives you a title when you awaken it for the first one. We're not going to talk about the V2. Let's talk about the V1. So, you get a really big damage reduction. It's really good with Shark, V2, V3, V4, V1. Just everything. The Z, the transformation. So, you get big. You just turn into a huge giant. Then, if you use a fighting style, bam, 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 bam. It's just insane for damage. Then we have Impact, decent AoE, it's good for grinding. Buddha Leap, good mobility, then Buddha Explosion, good AoE, nothing else. But since this fruit can be used with fighting styles, it's number 2. Let's move on to number 1. So the last fruit, number 1, is Light. It's a rare elemental fruit, the first rare fruit of the day, and the last rare fruit of the day. It has elemental immunity, and it has a spear, which you can just hit with this. Just hit like the ice fruit, and it has an elemental immunity. Let's go to the moves. Light Ray, really good because of its low cooldown, great damage, great range. Light Barrage, not too bad, but it's good. It's good. It's really good. And Reflection Kits, just kick, easy aim, just hit somewhere and you just become a freaking Light Ray. Skybeam Barrage, a lot of AoE, a lot of damage, breaks the instinct, and really fast for just doing combos. Light Flight, the fastest move in the game. So, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.